Hello and welcome to the Sunday Live Chat Unscripted. And today is Women Talk. Tunataka kuongea na women today. So karibuni sana. Let me check kama everything is on point. Welcome. So my name is Mwegas of the Mwegas Show. Na hapa we are here to keep it 100%. We are here to talk, we are here to engage, we are here to hold a conversation about what is happening, about our life, about relationships, about hizi vitu zote zinaendelea. So karibuni sana. And yes, Jolie, can you hear me? Jolie, karibu sana. Unanisikia kweli? I guess Jolie is not either anisikii ama ako somewhere busy. Like I was saying, this is the Sunday Live Chat Unscripted, and we are here to have genuine conversation, real conversations, honest conversations about anything and everything. So nothing is out of bounds. If you have a question, let me see. I think kulikuwa na shida, amerequest tena. Acha kwanza nipostie kitu hapa. Now let me add her again and see what's up. Jolie.
Yes.
Hello. Yes. Karibu sana.
Asante. Nasikika vizuri?
Uko clear, uko very clear.
Sawa.
The other panelists bado hawajafika. Mmoja alisema ako on her way, mwingine alisema atajoin when she joins. So hivyo ndio huku kuko. So how have you been? Uko poa?
Niko salama sana.
Sawa. Now introduce yourself, tuambie wewe ni nani?
Okay. Kwa wale hawanijui. My name is Jolie Bridget Learo. Mimi ni mwanabiashara. Mimi ni gender and mental health issues advocate. Na pia mimi napenda kuchangia hizi conversations za Raymond Kamau. Yes.
Great. Welcome to this live, and hapa tuko kwa engagement, so don't hold back. Ask the questions you want answers to, and also share your thoughts, your perspective, because this is unscripted. Hapa hakuna script, hapa hakuna, nobody is expecting anything from anyone. So tuko hapa kushare, tuko hapa kuongea, and at the end of the day we are hoping that we are going to, all of us are going to learn. And since uko hapa now, Vero amesema she's joining in a few, but now since hii gari ishaanza kusonga, asi tusike tu nayo tukingojaga wale watakuja wakujamu. Na what are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's fine with me. You can go ahead, then they can join us as we continue.
Sawa. So as we wait for them, as we wait for the other guys to join, because I had talked to a couple of gentlemen, and I told them that since Leo I might be on the chopping block, pia wakuje kwa the chat. At least they also share their opinion, they share their thoughts, and also they respond to some of the questions that might be directed towards me. So now as a single woman. And I want us first of all to lay the ground that a person is either single or married. Like hakuna any in between. People try to force vitu in between. So it's either, even if a person is engaged, they are still single because they are not married. So single, married. So now, as a single person, what would you say are your top 3 expectations of men?
Number one, of course, I'd have to start with financial stability, because right now the economy is very bad. Not even right now. The financial security, the financial stability will also help have like a family, as in kusupport familia will be way much easier if the man is financially stable. Number two,
Mm-hmm.
communication. Communication, very,
Mm.
very key. Of course, si lazima ushinde ukiniambia ati hi from morning to evening, but just still
Mm-hmm.
checking up on you, communicating where you are, communicating like maybe something that unataka tufanye pamoja, or something that is very key to you, because I believe when there's good communication, of course
Mm-hmm.
relationship inaendelea poa. Number three, of course, the man has to also be God fearing and someone that respects God. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The
Sawa
top
sawa.
three
Uh-huh. Sawa sawa. So for you, your top 3 expectation is financial stability, communication, and God fearing. Karibu sana Veronica Omondi. Kindly take this opportunity to introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do, and yeah, just generally tukujue.
Habari zenyu.
Poa
I hope
sana.
nasikika.
Unasikika clear kabisa.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So my name is Veronica Njeri Omondi. Nini ingine nafaa niseme?
We, ile kitu tunataka tujue kama hapo ndio umefikisha, hapo ndio umefikisha.
I'm Veronica Njeri Omondi. Bibi ya mume mmoja, mama ya watoto 3.
Sawa sawa. So wewe uko hapo una represent the married women. So we were having this discussion with Jolie, and I had asked her as a single woman / lady / girl / whatever anataka kujiita, what are the top 3 things she's expecting from a man? And she said financial stability, communication, and God fearing. As a married woman, what do you expect from your husband, Veronica?
How many are we saying?
Top 3.
Top 3 that I expect from my husband.
Yes.
One, most important for me is full support. Support for me is not necessarily for pesa. Ni support in a way that like tuko pamoja in everything that we are doing. Like if I'm making a decision and I'm sharing, or it's something that I need to do that is supposed to better me or the family, that I have his full support. And second is full protection. Si eti akuwe soja amesimama na gun. It's a way that when I'm walking around najua mimi ni bibi ya mtu. Kukuwa bibi ya mtu inamaanisha nini? Hakuna mtu anaweza ni terrorize. Niko na unaona the way the kids are, like babangu ni fast boda, the husbands are the same. So I know I have a man behind me. So if let's say I'm like I cannot even be attacked by his family or my friends or his friends, like he has my back. He is my protection. Like even it's not just that, even emotionally. If I'm having some fears or I'm having some difficulties somewhere, I can easily share with him. No matter how much he may not have an immediate solution, but me sharing, like him being there for me, ni kama protection kwangu. I know that I'm safe with him. The other one is companionship. Like definitely ningekaa kwetu, but now I needed to be with someone, so I need him to be there. Being there does not mean eti sasa ushinde umeniangalia hapo tumekaa tunaangaliana kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni. but the fact that I know you're there, even when you're not there physically, that is key to me. Yeah.
So thank you very much for sharing, and I think this is very important, especially for men who we have a big problem as men. Now, speaking as a man, we have a big problem when it as a connecting the dots when it comes to women. Number one, there is this thought or feeling that men have that some of the things women expect, they say they expect, conflict with what they actually want. Karibu sana Maroro kutoka Mwambashani, karibu sana Sara Wangari, karibu sana Grace Kasiva, tunawapenda sana, karibuni. Any questions you want, any comments you want, please share. This is Sunday the live Uncensored, Sunday live chat Uncensored. So share your thoughts, share your questions, and the people in the panel, including myself, you are going to answer. Karibuni sana wale watu watch live. Now, I was saying that sometimes there is a disconnect between what women say they want and what they show us they want. For example, I will pick something to do with communication. This is something that has come up in so little or in so many words. Communication, saying, okay, I need a man to be communicative, to tell me what they want, to be clear about what they want. But then when a man says, this is what I want, then kuna kuwa na mvurutano. For example, a woman might say, if you have problems, please share with me, right? And then the man comes and says, I'm having problems. This is what is happening. I'm really broken. And he becomes quote unquote vulnerable. Okay, he shows his vulnerable self. He shows his weakness. And then after I show your weakness, then the dynamics change. As in, we feel that we are only allowed to communicate when it is convenient for our women. Like a woman, if I come and be vulnerable to my wife one time, she's very happy. She says, oh, my guy, he opens up to me, Nini. If I am constantly being vulnerable, then it is a problem. So what do you guys think about that? Let's start with Jody.
To me, I honestly don't think there's really a problem in sharing, especially for a man communicating to me. I feel that most men generalize hii issue ya communication wakisema tukiongeanga tunaambiwa hivi na hivi na hivi, or when you speak out the lady will use that against you. But to me, I feel it different. It is different, and I feel that it depends with the kind of with the kind of husband or wife someone has. Kuna ule ukimwongelesha, of course, when you talk to them siku ya kwanza and tell them about your issue, the way ata respond, you can judge whether to engage her next time or not. That's my feeling.
Veronica, what do you say about this man who is always vulnerable, who is always crying, always on your shoulder? So you've turned into a psychologist, a therapist kwa nyumba. What do you think about that?
For me, it's not even about the man always crying. I think for anyone, even if it's me always crying to him, atachoka, let's just be sincere. But there's nothing wrong with a man being vulnerable. Because like I said initially, I wanted security, I wanted someone to be there. I think he also expects the same. Otherwise, this is the major reason why we are together. So I should be there also to listen and to support him. But now it only becomes an issue if utalia daily. Hawezi lia Monday kama unalia Tuesday, unalia Wednesday, unalia Thursday, unalia Friday. Hata kama ni mtoto si ungekuwa umechapa, hata kama wewe ni mzazi umempenda aje. But if it's the normal, normal standard, because I believe no one can be down from Monday to Friday to Sunday. It happens that once in a while utakuwa chini. It is expected that whichever partner is, whether ni bibi ama ni bwana yako, they need to be there. Otherwise, there is no sense of you being married in the first place. Because again, anaexpectiwa aende wapi if you cannot be there. I don't see totally anything wrong with my man being vulnerable. He's just a human being. He's just a human. If he's hurt, I need to understand. Actually, for me personally, mimi sipendi wale wanaumwa kujipretend like ni kubaya lakini amekaza tu macho, amekaza. Those are dangerous people bwana. At some point when they break up, sasa tutazika. Afadhali mwenye emotions come, we deal with them, we are done. Tumerudi fresh, we face another day. But of course, as I'm saying, because I know some men, I have friends wenye kazi yao ni kulia from, analianga daily. It's become like ka defense mechanism. Juu mwanaume afai kulia, so akilia kama ni kangori alifanya kanapita, ama kama ni kitu hataki kuprovide inapita. Now that one becomes extremely, but genuine man being vulnerable, I don't see any problem with it.
Sawa. Thank you very much. Maroro anatuambia mimi sitaki anything in a relationship other than respect. Yeye hataki vitu mingi, yeye ako like kwake respect is everything. Now, just to pick up him mambo ya communication, because sisi tunaambiwa that we really have a problem with communicating as men. And for me, I totally agree. It's not like we have a problem with communicating. It's that we communicate differently. Men communicate differently. And most of the men don't know how to put feelings into words. Hiyo ni challenge. I think it is psychological. I know Grace will help us because he is a psychologist. But men have a problem with linking, as in with words, with communicating. For us, we don't know how to beat around the bush, and sometimes it comes out as being rude. For example, if you ask your man, how do I look? For example, you've changed this umeenda ukaweka zile mavitu wa mama uweka kwa kichwa, and then you ask your man, how do I look? So he gets conflicted because you say you want him to be honest, but then if he tells you look like shit, then inaleta maneno. But then he doesn't know how to say you look like shit nicely, the way a woman will beat around the bush. So for him, he'll just look at you and say, you look good. So why would women ask for honesty and not deal or not support that honesty? Let's start with Veronica, because for boyfriend and girlfriend tunaishi tukidanganyana, but for husband and wife inafikaga mahali the guy is like, toa hiyo kitu kwa kichwa yako, and then haongeleshwi and then haongeleshwi for like 1 week, but that thing toa. So Veronica, what do you say about this expectation of honesty, but when a man gets to be honest inakuwa na maneno?
I think inadependa vile hii honesty yako inakuja. Kama hivyo vile unasema hizi mavitu tunaekanga kwa kichwa, aziitwi mavitu. Wewe ushaanza tayari, ushaanza beef. Aziitwi mavitu. Sasa uambii mtu hivyo, inadepend vile unaambia mtu. And again, learn your spouse, Mimi kuna ile kitu, of course, sasa kama wangu ashanijua, huyu like if I just drop it the way it is like this, hana issue. But kuna zile vitu ni sensitive kwangu, so before ni approach ana take time, because again, we are not extra sensitive on everything. There are specific things that kuna venye zinagwara mtu. So kama unajua hii ni kitu huwa inanigwara, why drop it? Because hata wewe pia utakuwa na beef na mimi. It depends on how you're dropping it. It's the same way I keep on saying, vice versa. If I know kuna ile kitu yeye kwake huwa inagwara kaigo, if nikiidunga, hiyo sasa hata si communication, hiyo ni uchukuzi, hiyo ni madharau. So it's not about men not knowing how to, because I understand one thing. I don't understand why when it comes to marriage, these men that were dating you, that would remember even your birthday, hata saa ile wewe ukumbuki, these people that would remember to do stuff for you, these men would always sweet talk you and talk you well. Alafu sasa imefika ni bwana anageuka sasa ni man, you know, when they are dating. Kwani hao wakwangi wanaume? What happens then? What changes after that? You become a different man, you know. That is where the whole issue inajigonga gonga, you know, aieleweki. Because I understand when during courtship, this man will remember those, to be careful. Sitamuita hivi hapendi, sitamuongelesha hivi hapendi, nikifanya hivi ndio anapenda. So kwa nini sasa bwana amegeuka sio ule mwanaume, you know? This is where the whole concept aingi, huu mwanaume kwani ni tofauti na mwenye alikuwa na court, you know. If you know I don't like he, just don't. Okay, if it's a must, we say it after a nice way of saying. Like for me, I have this rule, yeah, if I can't talk to you, I'll write it for you and leave. Upende usipende utasoma, ukisoma na intonation yenye unataka ni shida yako, ukisoma nikai na shout baadaye usome ni kama iko quiet, but if I could not voice it, I will write it na niwache hapo, but I have communicated. Then sasa wewe ndio uchoose intonation gani utachagua. Of course ina depend na hiyo time uko na mood gani. Unaweza isoma kama tusi, ama isome kama advice, ama isome kama observation, up to you, but I have communicated if I'm not able totally to talk it out with you at that moment.
Sawa people, keep posting your comments. Maroro anatuambia where respect prevails, somehow a channel of communication just aligns itself. Tukiendelea. Jolie, why do we have an expectation of honesty from men, but then when men become honest inaleta maneno?
I'll just agree with what Veronica has said. I don't think honesty is the issue here. It's how you communicate it. Choice of words zenye una communicate. For example, venye tu umecomment hapo ukisema hizo manywele tunavaanga inaitwa weave. Ukisema tu vizuri like hii weave yako haikai vizuri, ama napenda ukivaa hivi na hivi na hivi, you know, you communicate it in a way that also complements it. Si una communicate tu ukisema hii weave inakaa vibaya utanyoa, ama kama pesa ya salon, you know, venye unai-communicate ndio issue hapa. Honest communication. Hata mimi personally I would love to be honest to the man I love. Nikiona kitu sipendi namwambia tu point blank, sipendi hivi na hivi na hivi, because again when you start going through corners, hapo ndio sasa pia communication inakatika, the person gets the wrong information, ama unapata maybe hiyo information ulikuwa unajaribu kusend to the other to your person inafika venye ikukuwa inatarajia kufika. So to me it's how you communicate it, but honesty, me I agree, ni vizuri kukuwa very honest with your person.
So let me just respond to your what we've been told by Veronica, that when we were dating there are some certain things we used to do and we used to be considerate and all that. And also just number one, let me just first of all respond, alafu pia nionyeshe where tuna align. Number one, tumbuke hiyo time ya kutafutana ni marketing. It's like when you see venye wanasemaga mtu akikubembeleza uingie kwa gari, wale watu gonga gari ijae, the way they beg you to get into the car. But once umeingia kwa gari, ujeuri inageuka. Ni pesa utatoa ama ushuke. Why? Because already the person has gotten what they wanted and they put their best foot forward, wakakuingiza box, wakakukatia, wakakusweet talk and everything. Now, just to superimpose on it, like for example, men, whether we are looking for married or we are looking for dating or we are looking for whatever we are looking for, our end goal is to have access to a woman's body, period. And women have set it in such a way that if you communicate a certain way, you'll not get access to that body. So that's why this person has to communicate in such a way to get that body, to get you to become a wife, and then afterwards the real him inatokelezea. Same case when we were dating, huyu dem alikuwa anaoga, huyu dem alikuwa anavaa vizuri, huyu dem alikuwa anafanya hizi vitu zote. Then let's get married. Let's start having children. And then now you wonder what happened. It inaendaga both ways. The man you change in terms of his attitude. Them who ana change in terms of her appearance. So that's how we change. Mwanaume attitude. Like sasa hakuna kupembelezana. Them sasa si amesha kuwa bibi. Like I don't need to kupaka hiyo perfume ulikuwa unapenda. I don't need to even go to the salon to get my stuff done. We are married. I don't even need to kwenda kutafuta those two nice clothes I used to wear. Anaenda kwa wale za kumi, whichever works. So that I'm not justifying the men. I'm just saying there is a reason why men do what they do, and the reason is because ujeuri imeingia, alipata kitu alikuwa anataka. Now, moving on. What is this thing that you women have an expectation of women and we are failing? Na tuanze na wale watu wako single, kwa sababu nyinyi ndio, afadhali your man is failing na amekumari because now you are stuck, but now you are single. Tuanze na wewe Jolie, what is this thing that you are expecting men to do but they are absolutely failing?
Hiyo swali ni tricky, but for me personally, what I expect to be treated with respect as well. If you don't respect me, as nani amesema, I think Maran or something, when you respect someone, definitely you'll find a way to just have things getting sorted, wanting your relationship to work. But for me, if you don't respect me, hapo nayo hatutaenda vizuri. And respect comes in na, of course, again, communication. Unataka to deal na issues aje, problem solving. Si ati when I wrong you unanyamaza, then you expect me nijijazie nimekurong. Unaona, because that's another nini, hiyo ndio challenge ingine, let me say some men have. Wewe umemkosea, hujui, then someone just goes silent, akwambii whatever umefanya, then when you ask they just say they are okay. So hapo already channel ya communication imebreak. Na ingekuwa very easy ukuje uambie your wife or your girlfriend, babe, umenikosea hapa na hapa na hapa, probably next time unafaa ufanye hivi na hivi na hivi. But when you go silent, definitely mtu atajua umemkosea, mpaka sometimes you even start finding, unaanza kujitafutia makosa pia wewe, ama nilifanya hivi na hivi na hivi, and entirely it's the problem iko kwa end yao, which means ange communicate better, ama sema ulimkosea hivi na hivi na hivi, amungefika hapo. Then something else, kitu tu umesema hii, like people change when you get something. I feel like some men also probably they just wanted to date you, akufanyie mavitu kama hiyo, kukumbuka your birthdays, dates na nini na nini, then all of a sudden someone gets comfortable. Personally for me, hiyo sipendi mtu ako too comfortable, and comfortable ina run like across finances pia. Mumepanga mnafaa kufanya projects A, B, C, D, then you keep reminding someone tunafaa kufanya hivi kila saa, si mzuri. The same way maybe nimetoka kidogo, ikirudi ni wacha Vero aendelee, ikirudi nitaisema.
Sawa, no problem. Veronica, what is this thing that wives are expecting of us husbands and we are totally failing?
Ya kwanza ile kubwa nini umesema? Hii matatu vile ilijaa kwa na ujeuri. That one pisses off women extremely, tunatokanga kutoka kwa sweetie, tunakuwa mama nani, tunakuwa we, you know, yani hivyo tu ndio inaenda ikichange. Unashangaa sasa hapa waligeuka aje pakakuwa hivi. Hizo vitu kidogo kidogo venye zilikuwa zikakuwa haziko, you know those one thing men I think who assume ni being a wife is very easy, being a mother is very easy, kumanage nyumba is very easy, but apparently those are some of the things that are very draining, very very draining. And by the end of the day, if there's one thing you need, ni hata we mwenye urudi pali, hata mtu akuangalie tu, you know, you don't need to do anything for me, but you know, show me love, you know, show me like kuna mahali naweza angukia, but siwezi shinda na stress ya the whole day, especially when baby start coming. It is very difficult for a woman, and especially angalia ule mama mwenye anaenda job na anarudi home bado ndo anaanzia pale mulianzia asubuhi, wewe ukuje ukae unangoja uwekewe maji uoge, upewe remote watch tu. Exactly, you know. That is another part that actually ni kama point number 2. Majukumu ya nyumbani. Husbands, it will not make you a wife to help. Hautakuwa bibi, hautakuwa mwanamke. Your penis will not be shorter. It will not disappear. You're still the head of the family if you just support. And supporting does not mean amuko ukoshe vyombo, amuko uko, you know, ukapike. Even just taking the kids. You know, sometimes watoto hata selono afanyie ndo ngumu. Au wenyewe kushinda tu around you na bado you need to do other things. Also it's exhausting. But if a man, like if some husbands would just take the kids, kama ni homework wafanyie, keep them busy, wakupatie tu time ya kupumua. You know, alone time. Sometimes jikoni time is alone time, which is also very important. Kichwa imeuma the whole day, you just need to be quiet alone and do your things. But pata ule mwanaume mwenye yeye amekaa kwa TV, ni remote, ni kuwatch. Ukimwambia kitu amedharauliwa. Naona siku hizi bibi yangu anataka kunikalia, ana expect mimi sasa niende nikamsaidie jikoni, ana expect mimi sasa anitume mbele ya watoto, ana expect me, you know, those kind of talk, and it is not an expectation. Yes. We are human beings. Mtu amechoka, but I think in a man's perspective, a woman is supposed to somehow figure it out na asikusumbue, and that is exhausting. And sometimes kama you may think that some women want to be kujiachilia, but hana time, especially those who stay at home. Hata afadhali wenye wanaendanga job somehow wako na push na wako na time. Those who stay at home the whole day, those women uchoka, hana time. Wacha hata ya kwenda kutafuta nguo ya kuvaa, utapata hata ngodha zimeraruka, hana time ya kwenda kutafuta hata hiyo ngodha a change akuwe na mpya. It will hurt a man aseme leo wacha mimi ndio nikae na watoto, leo we toka uende upumue, just go and be, ama leo lala tu, ama leo we kaa tu, you know. But now most men will be like kwani ameshinda kwa nyumba akifanya ni nini hiyo inamchokesha sana hivyo, ni nini hiyo? Me I bring money, I do, I'm always, you know, I'm always providing. What does she do? She's expecting everything. Amechoka akifanya nini? You know, that kind of mentality, it's very draining. And that is one part that is another part that men fail. Husbands fail. Kwanza nahurumia wale wanawake wameza watoto kama stairs. Mmoja ako 3 years, mwingine ako 1.5, mwingine ako kwa tumbo anakam. This woman, who ni superhero for real. Who ni superhuman being, because I don't even understand how that is possible. Because kama uko 1.5, unajua ni mtu wa kuhang kwa nguo, ni mtu anajisusulia, like ana need a lot of attention. Even the 3-year-old is still a baby practically. So this woman is technically suffering seriously, and our husband that does not support, that one is failing majorly failing. Nikikumbuka zingine naongeza, kwa sasa ni hizo mbili as I'm loading.
Sawa. We are very happy. Yes, Julie.
Before iende, venye Vero ameongea about support, I also think an area some men are failing also ni hii, ukipata mwanamke anajiweza, like a woman who's financially stable, who has, yani vitu zake tu ziko in place. Some men choose to, ni kama wanaonanga ni like a competition. Sijai understand kwa nini, yet nowadays pia men wako like, oh, I don't want a woman that hana kazi ama amefanya, as in mnataka pia nyinyi wanawake wako na kazi, but then this woman has their work, amesoma vizuri bla bla bla, but inafika point inakuwa sasa ni kama ni competition, like instead of supporting her through aendelee kuexcel, in a way una find most men first thing wana find wako intimidating, ama anajaribu kumvuruta chini, ama pia like some comments ndio huo mwanamke ajiweke chini, like ati sasa hiyo kazi yako ndio imefanya umeacha kukua bipi. Na saa zingine tu umechoka, maybe there's a chore you forgot to do, then it becomes like a big issue. So hiyo area ya support, hata mimi nikiongezea, it's an area that men are failing kabisa, especially to wale wanawake wako, let me say, wako well financially, masomo etc.
Sawa sawa. So Domi anasema I can help na kazi ya nyumba, but sio unipush, hapo itakuwa ngumu. And I want to concur with him kwa sababu kuna this saying of give them an inch and they will take a mile. So for example, mwanaume siku moja anapika, anajitolea anapika, right? Then inageuka comment like, mama nani leo upiki? Si pia wewe unajua kupika. So now it becomes a problem. Not that this guy cannot cook or does not know how to cook or has never cooked for you, but once he shows that anaweza, then inageuka inakuwa issue that now the person whose role it is, kwa sababu let's be honest, the woman is the housekeeper. Yeye ndio role yake kubwa iko kwa nyumba, whether she wants to go work or not, hakuna mtu anamkataza. But when you get into marriage, kunakuwa na hiyo separation of duties, ama where does the buck stop? If hakujapikwa kwa hiyo nyumba, who is supposed to be answerable? And the answer is the wife. But now inageuka inakuwa si pia unajua kupika, ingia kitchen. Now it becomes rudeness, and that's why you see some men watajiondoa. Those are the men who used to do that. Kuna wale wanaume tu wenye hawawezi ingia kitchen. It is the way they were brought up. So that one we are going to blame their mothers. So we are going to blame women for that one because they raised those kind of men. Hiyo tuachane nayo. Atuende kwa history ya financially stable women. This is a claim that keeps on keep on cropping up. Na interesting, we always hear story men feel intimidated. That's how, like hakuna demashai ongea hiyo story. Like hata nilikuwa nangoja tu intimidation and eventually Julie aliiongea. Alikuwa ameanza vizuri sana until akakuja kwa intimidation. Anyway. Number 1 inakuwaga hivi. If a husband expects you to go to work to supplement the income of the house, then it is incumbent of that husband to also assist kwa mambo ya nyumba, because akona expectation that you are supposed to help him in his role kwa nyumba, because the husband is supposed to be the breadwinner. Now, if the wife is helping the husband to win the bread, then the husband also has to assist the wife kwa housekeeping, because yeye anaokolea hii side, the wife anaokolea side yake, the husband pia anafaa okolea side yake. However, if the husband does not expect the wife to be a breadwinner or to supplement the house income, as in hajakwambia ulipe rent, hajakwambia ununue food, hajakwambia ulipe school fees, expect yeye amechukua hiyo jukumu 100%. If he expects you to be in charge of the house, ijalishi kama umeenda ukashinda ukibeba mawe za mjengo, that is something that umejiwekelea. Yeye alioa housewife, alafu housewife akaamua I can also work. Akasema sawa, you go work, but kumbuka bado uko na duties kwa nyumba. So I will not expect that guy to be troubled na stories za watoto nataka kufanya homework, and sijui ya kujapikwa, sijui I'm tired. He's doing 100% of what he's supposed to do. Then the woman should also do 100% of what she's supposed to do. If she decides that I also want to go to work She should go to work and still come home and cook. That's how men think about these things. I am not expecting you to assist me kwa hii nyumba. You na hiyo kichwa yako umeamua uwezi kuwa housewife. Wewe ni modern woman, independent woman. I don't need no man woman. What if he leaves me woman? Umeenda umetafuta kazi. Good. Go work, go toil, go slave. When you come back home, ingia kwa roles za nyumba. Mi nakuja vizuri na kwanza naekelea mguu juu ya TV. Proper. Mama nani, niletee kikombe ya maji. Mama nani, hii kikombe ya maji ni chafu, endo nibadilishe hii kikombe ya maji. Mama nani, I told you I need hot water. What is this? Why? Because I have earned the right. You are supposed to concentrate hapo kwa nyumba because I am making sure you are comfortable. I am making sure that you are taken care of. But if I expect you to come and assist me, then I should also assist you in your work. Hii mambo ya intimidate. Yes, men who get intimidated, and also there are women who become vichwa ngumu once they start making money. So there is also that. Kolo, karibu sana. Shida umekuja umechelewa. Please mutani assist kujibu maswali. Not like maswali, just to respond. Hakuna tumeuliza. We are just chatting and responding. So like I said, if there is an expectation of you as a woman to help in the terms of finances kwa nyumba, then there is no problem you expecting your husband to help house chores. But if there is no expectation from the husband for you to assist, you are just doing it because you also want to work, then also understand that he did not marry you to go to work. He married you to come and take care of the house and his children. And if he's taking care of hizo vitu zingine zote, let's see what Maroro is saying. No matter how financially stable a woman can be, she can never be the man of the house. To me, a woman's finances don't reduce me an inch. I will always rise above anyway. So that is his thoughts. Alafu, also this thing of housewife had time ya take care of herself, but huyu mwenye anafanya kazi nje akona time. That thing, honestly, let me just speak like man, that thing pisses us off as husbands. So you cannot take care of yourself for me. You are taking care of yourself for watu wa nje. So how watu wa nje ni important than bwana yako. So ukiwa kwa nyumba, so let me just, I can't wrap my head around this. You are working 9 to 5. Umeamka 4 in the morning, umefanya vitu za nyumba, umepata time ya kuoga, kupaka hii marashi mzuri, kuteza hiyo nywele, and then you step out ndio by saa 2 ukue job, then umetoka 5 umerudi nyumbani, you are looking nice, you are looking good. But we mwenye umeamka 4 in the morning umeshinda kwa nyumba the whole day ukifanya kazi, urudi 5 urudi ufanye kazi za nyumba. Let's assume that umeolewa na this man who can't do shit. Umefanya kazi za nyumba mpaka around saa 6 usiku and you're still looking pristine. But we mwenye umeamka 4 in the morning umeshinda nyumbani mpaka saa 6 usiku ndio unalala, you can't get 10 minutes. Hiyo huwa like logically it doesn't make sense. So the way men look at it is you'd rather make yourself beautiful for outsiders than for your husband. And that's any man will tell you that. So wewe una like this thing yenye umefanya is not for me. Juu ungekuwa housewife uko unaifanya. Unafanya because of your work husbands. Unaifanya because of that Uber driver. Unaifanya because of that makanga who will see you wakati unabodio gari, but not for your husband. That thing we tunapataga coronary. Those things are the ones that inafanyaga tunakosa nguvu kabisa. Let me see. Guys, wale wako kwa chat, you can also mnaweza jaribu kuokoa hapa because ujeuri story ujeuri, that one Vero umeongea vizuri. We tunakuwa wajeuri because now you are not working for anything. It is already in the house. Ni kama politicians. Sasa kulikuwa na time ya campaign. Paka watu wakaambiwa 6,000, wengine wakaambiwa sijui atanunuliwa wheelbarrow sijui nini. Kuna kitu mnaona sasa ina happen. Hii ilikuwa time ya campaign. Once your vote has been cast, hivyo ndio kuko. So now men, we also as men we need also to be supportive, but then that depends on what kind of support is expected from us, because sometimes we expect to, okay, what I can say about women who want to work and are expected to be housewives is very simple. You can always outsource. Just tafuta domestic manager, mlipe, wacha ashughulike vitu zako za nyumbani. So when you go to work, you don't come in the evening kuosha nguo, kuosha vyombo, hizo zishafanywa outsource. That is how men look at it. Like if I can't do this thing, that's why you see kama mwanaume hawezi tengeneza stima, atatafuta fundi wa stima amlipe. But if he can, he does it. So women, kama huwezi pika, tafuta mtu wa kupika na umlipe. Now, any responses from Veronica or Jolie about what I've said?
Kama kwanza
Sababu-
utakubali kukula chakula imepikwa na mtu mwingine? Juu pia hiyo ndio shida ingine wanaume wengine wanakuanga nayo, ati hawezi kula chakula imepikwa na mbochi.
Why? See, basa limjuzi za bibi. Why did I marry? Wacha apikie watoto
Kama
na
ako
akupikie
kazi.
wewe, then uingie hapo kwa nyumba unipikie. Ati?
Na kama ako kazi surely.
Wife ako job? So niko kwa nyumba na mbochi. Oh, okay. Are you
Anyway.
sure that is something you want to happen? Are you sure that is something you want to happen?
Boy,
Nimewacha.
can I respond as a married woman?
Yes, respond.
Okay, me whatever ile comment Julia anasema, I would respond this way. Okay, I think it also depends on you as a couple what you deem fit. But for me, I think I derive pleasure from cooking and he eats. So nimepika, amekula, amemaliza, inanibamba. But if you don't want to have that kind of a joy, ni sawa tu mnakaa mnaenjoy. Of course, it's not every day that utakuwa uko na hiyo time ya kupika. There are moments like what Kamo is saying, pay someone and they can do it for you. But if I can, it's best if I do it myself. Kuna tofauti. Akikuja sisi tumeingia sisi wote tumechoka imepikwa, of course hatuwezi anza kutupa chakula na ishapikwa, we will eat. But if I can, it is best fit that I be the one cooking for him. Alafu nilikuwa niongezee hapa, we have this men that Julia amesema wako intimidated na wanawake wako na kazi kubwa kuwaliko. Then we have other ones that come and find a stable woman and decide sasa mimi ni wa kufugwa, nitakuwa kuku, nitakuwa pusi,
zero grazing.
Nitakuwa pusi, kazi yangu ni kuzunguka huko na kunywa maziwa na lala, you know. Sorry, nimesoma comment za watu. So hao wenye wanageukanga, afadhali hata kuku juu inataga mayai, anakuwa paka, you know, anakunywa maziwa, analala tu kwa kiti, ni kustretch miguu hapo, kujikuna kujilamba. You understand what I'm saying? There are men who, when they get a woman that is financially stable, they feel like this woman does not need anything anymore. Yeye ako na pesa yake ya kumtosha. Sasa ni atulishe sisi tukae. And it saddens me because ni kama sahi generation ya sahi hiyo ndo trend. Most of them ni wakae walishwe. That is very saddening because what kind of children are they going to bring up? Wanalea watoto wanakaa aje, watakuwa aje in future? Hawa wanaume tunalia hawa sasa tunateta hii kidogo, in future kutakuwa aje? It's going to be extremely hard and difficult.
So I'm getting what you're saying, Veronica. You see, men we are getting confused because as you know, kuna hii kitu hii timu ya kina Jolie ili come up with inaitwa toxic masculinity, and there is nothing about toxic femininity, but utasikia story and then when you really look at what do they mean by toxic masculinity, it comes from issue ya strength, like a man wants to be your protector, a man wants to be your provider, a man wants to be this person who can be depended on, this traditional man and I'm using traditional in quotes in terms here, somebody who wants very clear gender roles. You are my wife, these are your duties. I am your husband, these are my duties. Haimaanishi that you cannot help me in my duties, and imaanishi that I cannot help you in your duties, but kila mtu ako na duty yake. And I always use the example of a corporate office, where once you get hired, you have your terms of reference, you have your deliverables, but that does not mean that mdosi akiingia kwa ofisi awezi osha, but hiyo si duty yake. Hayuko expected kuosha, but imaanishi hawezi. Okay, imaanishi ati yule mtu mwenye huwa anaosha hiyo ofisi hawezi answer simu ya ofisi, because simu ikipigwa na endi yako hapo anaweza answer the phone, but hiyo si duty yake. But now we want to do this thing where we are pretending that there are no gender roles, that there are no gender roles, and that is what is crazy, because like I said, people, especially women, say they want things, right? Say mimi pia naweza provide, wanawake pia tunaweza provide, but when men just say okay, sawa, we provide, wacha mimi nikae nyumba nikuwe house husband, then it becomes a problem, because now he's not playing his role as a man, because deep down this woman still expects a man to play certain roles, but sahi play hizo roles. Sahi ameamua, wewe umesema unataka kukuwa provider, provide for me, mimi wacha nishindage hapa nikiwatch La Mujer de mi vida na hii ingine ya hizi vitu za wanawake kulialia kwa TV, wacha nishinde nikiwatch hiyo kitu. Mimi sina shida ya kuosha watoto na kuanika nje na pegs wakauke. Mimi sina shida ya kupika, sina shida ya kuosha whatever. I'm good. Or I can, ile pesa ninaiba kutoka kwako as the provider inaweza nisaidia pia ku outsource hizi vitu. Mama wa kuosha si ni 200. Kwa wiki so 4 siwezi shindwa kukutoanisha 400 ya kulipa mama wa kufua. So now there are those expectations. That is hapo ndio mali challenge inakujaga. Okay, so now then kulikuwa na the issue ya silence, like the person is quiet. Jolly had raised it hapo kitambo. There are men like even women, we communicate differently. This is how men process things, like majority of men. Umenifanyia kitu, umenikosea wewe kama bibi yangu, I will logically look at it, ni analyze. Pole ni analyze. So this has been done, even ndio kitu amenifanyia. Okay, can I deal with that issue? So anajaribu to solve it in his own way. So that's why he's quiet, juu anaangalia na shanga, huyu dem ni madharau ako nayo ama ni kitu alinikosea tu hivyo. So eventually akiamua kukuja kukuongelesha ashai process, and that's why women say men are not emotional or don't know how to share their emotions, because if they are men wanakoga na extreme mbili, they are either overtly emotional or not emotional. Juu sasa by the time anakuja kupigia ulinikosea hapa na hapa, ashai process, he is no longer angry. Atakuwa angry wakati utaanza ujinga, you know, like the way women want to play games. Mimi nikafanya lini? Wewe pia unapakasirikaga vitu ndogo. So that's when now hasira inakuja, but the issue ulinifanya hivi na sipendi. Then there are those who will just solve your issue kwa kichwa yao. They are like, okay, alinikosea, but hiyo si big deal, amemaliza, then he comes back. So kuna those men. I'm not saying that men should do that. Maroro anasema Mbocha akimpikia amesema Rose imeswitch entirely. Kama when bibi, make sure you plan nicely and be home for your family. So even men have their own expectations. There are men who want to be kept, and I can't be mad at them, because only product here today's society. Today's society inafunza wanaume wakae walishwe. Why? Because there are a lot of opportunities for women, and women are not, they are celebrating easy opportunities that are not being given to men. Tunasa that we have boys, we are giving birth to boys who now will become useless men. Who will become useless men. So now, now that naona masaa inaisha, nataka sasa ni open up if there is anything that you need to add, whether ilikuwa kwa topic, haikuwa kwa topic, that you need to get out of your heart, so that tusikie sisi wanaume leo tuambiwe sasa. Let's start with Veronica.
Unajua tulisema maneno ya kuchange. Umejaza gari sasa, ukakuwa mjeuri, ukajitetea. Sasa tutataka kuongea nini ingine tena shughuli?
Sasa ni kusema okay, tunaelewa that muliiza box, so tafadhali kumbukeni birthday zetu tafadhali, as in at the anniversary hiyo sana sana, unless mulifanya harusi ya Isa alafu tukaiweka Facebook, tunamkaga tunakumbushwa na Facebook. Like I am very like me myself, mi usahau birthday mpaka yangu. Mi huamka nakuta Equity imeniwish happy birthday, Safaricom, Facebook ndio inanikumbushaga ni birthday yangu. So if I forget mine, how are you expecting me to remember yours? Even ya watoto saa zingine I need kukaa chini na calendar and count the dates. So there are those type of men like myself, vitu zingine kama hizo si important even to ourselves. But now if you know that's the kind of man you choose, inabidi you take one for the team. So like, what are the bare minimums that we need to improve on, Veronica? What are the bare minimums, the top 5 things? If we improve, we can start on this tania ya kumaliza hizi mvurutano.
I would say this, if you are comfortable tukidate kufanya 1 2 3, kindly don't stop, even if hautafanya zote because of reasons well known. Kama saizi for instance, if I met Kamau and we used to go to Hilton every weekend, saizi tumepata Njoroge na Njeri hapa, sasa hatuwezi enda Hilton, lakini tunaweza afford kuzunguka hivi tukikula njugu. You see, like make that effort. For me, what counts is the thought. Are you even thinking about us? It's not just the kids, it's not just your work. I think technically, eventually, the whole point is not about what you are doing, what you stopped to doing. Eventually, the whole issue is forgetting Bibi, you know? Like making a wife feel like ni kama alisaulika, ni kama ameshakuwa ile kikombe ulinunua sijui mwaka gani, ikakuwa ndoo ya wageni, ikarudi ikazeeka, ikaekwa kwa kabati na inajaza vumbi. I think it is important hata turuke juu turudi chini. We cannot deny the fact that that wife will always want to feel special to you, like akue ni kama yeye ndo number 1, you know? I know some people would say mimi tukianza kuchagua between watoto, mimi unichague kwanza ndio wao wakama, I came first. You know, that kind of, it may sound funny ikisemwa, but sincerely even in our hearts we always want to come first. Are you thinking about me? Are you doing, like, am I first in your list? It's not about it sasa ushinde ukinikatia kutoka asubuhi hadi jioni, my friend, itabo. But even knowing that I always come, is the small things. You don't have to actually go out. Like for me, I appreciate, okay, I'm just saying it on behalf of women, but I would say, like, an example for me, if like my own will come home and niletee kitu nijifiche bedroom nikule peke yangu sina watoto, you know, someone else will look at it naone hawa tu ni wachoyo anajifungia anakula. But for me it makes me feel good, like, hey, ni mimi si yao, you know, I'm still the wife, I'm still, you know, number 1 kwa list. That is what majorly women want. Are you thinking their thought? Are you thinking about me? Tutakuwa petty sometimes, nikuulize mbona huku nisalimia asubuhi, mbona huku niambia good night, mbona huku nipeleka, but technically hii yote ni story rotating around me being first in your list. Like, are you thinking about, am I still a priority for you?
Okay, that is noted. Jolie?
For me, of course, nitarudi tu back communication. Kama hutaki kitu sema. Kama unataka ufanyiwe hivi na hivi sema. When you're having your issues, sema. Don't let your woman guess that you're having an issue, yet you're having an issue. Say it outwardly, point blank. Number 2, tunatakanga pia kutritiwa vizuri sana. Usikuwe kwa comfort zone. Ile ati unaona una provide school fees, una provide sijui nini, peleka bibi yako salon siku moja akae vizuri. Wewe unataka kumuona akikaa vizuri, but ujui like the expense. Sometimes do those little things. Enda tao, patana hata na kakitu kazuri, buy her. Don't msikuwe na ile comfort since umelipa bills, umelipa sijui school fees, umefanya sijui nini. Treat your woman. Number 3, pia you as a man usijisahau. We also expect our men to look good. Si ati sasa unakaa tu chokora. But again, hiyo ni kitu pia in a way I feel ni fault. Let me say our fault, because honestly mi siwezi acha tu mtu wangu atoke tu huko nje akikaa sijui aje.
Yeah.
Hizo ndio zangu.
Hiyo Julie amenikumbusha Kamau.
Yes, Vero.
Julie amenikumbusha. You said tukiolewa pia si tunajiachilia, hatuogi, hatufanyi. Same thing to men. Ujiangali. Manywele kama sasa wa mrasta kama nyinyi. Ulikuwa unashukanga, sasa zimeshakuwa bush. Mwingine alikuwa saizi nafaa. Sasa amejiachilia yeye ni tujae, you know? Like take also for men also, hata sisi wanawake tunataka kuringa na mtu mwenye, you know, maintain yourself. It's both ways. As much as mnatuambia sisi tujiangalie, tuoge, tuende saloon, the same thing. Kama ulikuwa unavaa, you know, signature, kama mtu sitataja, huyo naye najua tembeangi fua. Like, but kuna ule mtu hata huwezi tamani kuenda naye kwa barabara. Unamwambia nani, baba nani, situkutane town. Ni kwa sababu jamaa iko tu, kazi yake ni kwenda job, kurudi home, anakaa ako tu. Also men to take care of themselves. Nikitembea huko kwa barabara nataka majirani wanione nimetoka na bwana yangu, lakini sasa ukikaa fua, mimi naenda unikute mbele.
Sawa. Now I will thank you very much. My last comments will be this. Men work to get women into relationships. Wacha nirudie. Men work to get women into relationships. Women need to work to keep men into relationships. Wacha nirudie for those people in the back. Men want to get women into relationships. And when I talk about relationships, I'm saying he's working very hard. He's using all tricks in the book to get into that body, access to that body. Once he gets it, then now it is for the woman to work to keep this man, because our biology and psychology is once we hit it, we want to run to get into the next one. No, it is for the woman now to work to keep the man. I am very grateful. I'm very thankful for the ladies in the house for coming and educating us and reminding us of the mahali tuko na shortcomings. And these are very important discussions. So thank you very much for coming and for engaging and for telling us mahali tunaonekana tuko na a bit of an issue where we need to improve. And I am very excited, and I'm also very happy for the people who will watch this and get something out of it. Everyone who joined, Sarah, Grace, Maroro, Justin, Kolo, Domi, asanteni sana. I saw somebody else also here with Abiola. Nyinyi wote asanteni sana. Share the stream to your friends. Let's keep this discussion. We always do this Sunday live chat unscripted every Sunday at 9 p.m. Asanteni sana. Asanti Julie, asanti Vero, and kwaherini and good night.
Good night.